times if somebody runs into your office and they're so pissed with Sarah, let them pour it out. You will actually gain, typically, respect, trust, both from the persons who you're putting that stop.
What do you do when someone is being disrespected and they are not there to defend themselves? I mean, those situations are so hard because I feel like an idiot not defending the person, but the problem to defend and starting some drama.
Yeah.
Say at a meeting or something. And that's why we're having this episode today, because we're going to talk about how you can actually respond to draw the line without causing any drama. I mean, it's very important. So this episode, how to stand up for others, I mean, it's a playbook that you can use for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because us lawyers, I mean, that's our job.
Yeah.
So we do have a playbook. And the situations are super uncomfortable, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Right? But the good thing is if you do it in the right way, without acting as a police, without starting a drama or a fight,
yeah,
you will actually gain, typically, respect, trust, both from the persons who you're putting that stop. And of course, if the word gets around, the people you are helping out, standing out. So we're going to give you a 5-step playbook, tried and tested, that you can use when you want to stand up for somebody else, both when they're in the room and when they're not in the room. Yeah. So let's kick it off.
Yeah, demand fairness without escalating the situation.
Exactly.
So let's kick it off. And this is the first situation, which is?
Well, number one, we're talking about the situation when they are not in the room. And what we want to do is stop the behavior without attacking the speaker. Because attack means that you're instead in the fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What we want to do is we want to signal authority. We want to shift energy. We want to pause the attack as soon as possible without becoming a counterattack. Instead, we want to focus on the issue and a constructive way forward. So we need to use a calm tone. We need to make calm, secure, collected eye contact, because then they will get the point. A good example would be,
this is an important issue and we need the full picture. So I suggest we pause this discussion right now and invite Adam, who is in charge, to join the discussion before we continue.
Perfect. Very professional, very clear. That was a stop. No more talking about Adam before he's back, before he's in the room. But you did not point any fingers. You did not create any drama. You were very constructive. Perfect. And number two will be name the behavior, not the person.
Wow.
So again, avoid escalation. But at the same time, you need to clearly draw boundaries. So, calm, collective tone. A slow, low tone. Avoid all indications that you are coming on with a personal attack, so you are not escalating. Use a phrase like,
if the reception team is dropping the ball, we need to bring this to their attention and find a better process. And if we discuss it without them in the room, there is a little chance that they will actually improve.
So very clearly saying, stop talking behind their back. Stop throwing them under the bus. But doing it calm, collective, and very, very constructive. Perfect. Number three will be bring it back to principles. Because now we're talking about cases where you need to stand up to somebody who is actually in the room. And in this case, when they are in the meeting, you want to show that it's not okay for anybody else to disrespect them or to ignore them. So you want to center the room around shared values without, again, pointing the finger at the one person not doing so. So you can say something like,
Let's pause here and remind ourselves that everyone deserves to speak without being interrupted. Now, Sarah, what was it you wanted to say?
And then we have number 4, will be when needed, follow up in private.
Yeah.
Because now we're talking about putting a stop when it's happening. Then you can take somebody aside in private, and then you want to show and restore psychological safety. Show that you have heard them, they're concerned, because it can be valid, but they're doing it in a non-constructive way, right? Which means that you have to stand up for somebody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you can say, okay, I understand that you're really frustrated with Sarah, right? And I understand that the communication between you and Sarah does not work. But, and here is a big but, because you need to stand your ground. But then we need to find a way for you to communicate with Sarah so it works better in the future. How would you suggest that we move forward? So you open up with a question.
Yeah.
Instead of arguing, you need to stop bad-mouthing Sarah. You need to this and that. You ask them for their solution. And of course, you put it in a frame where you have already framed it like you need to communicate directly, and we need to find a better solution than you talking behind Sarah's back, right?
Yeah. And it's so much more professional.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the last one will be circle back. We typically say what gets measured gets done.
Wow.
So what I'm hearing here now is the same frustration with the reception team as last time. And like we talked about, the reception team needs to be in the room. We need the full picture in order to assess what happened and how to move forward. So you stand your ground and show in a calm, cool, and collective manner that you're not okay with this behavior. You stand up for the one not in the room, and you will ask for accountability. So how do we make sure that we're not in the same situation 1 week from now?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's it.
Wow. So now you know how to stand up for others without causing any drama.
And remember, you're not there to play a police.
No.
And also, I want to say that sometimes let people vent. Sometimes if somebody runs into your office and they're so pissed with Sarah, let them pour it out. Don't make a big scene. And then ask for constructive ways to move forward.
That's really smart.
Yeah. But sometimes you really need to stand up for others, and you will grow. Other people will respect you more if you do it in this calm way. Try these examples. Try to put them in your setting.
Yeah, because sometimes we forget about it's humans we work with, and maybe you've been irritating for a long time, and now it's just the final step, and everything just explodes.
Yeah. So put a framework, put a process, put a way of conducting that you want also when you're not in the room.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember, this is not legal advice, it's knowledge sharing as always. And remember to like and subscribe to our channel.
And let us know how you stood up for others, or when you wish somebody would have stood up for you in a meeting.
Yeah. Please share. Until next time, hej då.
Hej då!